Hello! Welcome to your Big Brother Plays. I'm Bez, pronouns he, they, and today we're back with more BUSTAFELLOWS. If you missed my first video on it, with Chapter 1, you can go watch it over there. Otherwise, we're going to discuss the come around today. Just so you are aware, I said this last time, but just so you're aware, only Chapter 1 of the game is allowed to be recorded and put online, so I'm going to have to use B-roll of the game from Chapter 1 and some stock photos and things like that to tell the story along the way, so it's going to be interesting. Alright, let's do this. In Chapter 2 of the game, it's revealed that Limbo looks after a boy named Eddie, who lives in Black Hawk, a seedy, gang-controlled part of New Sig. Eddie's in some trouble after stealing a car with drugs that belonged to the gang leader Roscoe, so Limbo sets him and his family out to live with Carmen, the kind bartender who was introduced in Chapter 1 of the game. Tuta also gets an interview with criminal psychology professor Sally Olsted, who's also Helvetic's guardian. During this interview, she's asked to take what I would say a personality test and quiz on the idea of justice. This is all to set up what happens with Eddie. The kid murders Roscoe out of retribution because the gang leader killed his father. The kid's a murderer now, but in order to save him, Tuta uses her rewind ability to go back in time, telling Shu to stop the boy. It's a much better rerun scene than the first one in my opinion because there are choices and interaction involved. Luckily, we're able to stop Roscoe and get him arrested by recording him saying that he killed Eddie's father. There's also some other stuff, such as the revelation that Shu is the killer, a hitman who kills hitmen, and Tuta has some mixed feelings about finding out that he's murdered other people. And the fact that Limbo has a sister named Valerie, who's a district attorney, as well as a friend named Vonda, who's the other district attorney. Also that Edie has a key to the safety deposit box of the gangs, which had a strange USB drive. And the cat who made appearance in Chapter 1 comes back in this chapter, sneaking into Tuta's things when Luca brings him over. Scarecrow is scared of cats, but he eventually lets to stay in his house. Aw, what a sweet guy. Also, if I remember correctly, this is where Scarecrow's mixtape is introduced. It's actually an item in the game that the Underworld boss gives to help her sleep. That's so nice. Oh, and most importantly, Tuta continues pursuing her big scoop that I touched on in the last episode. She's interviewing a murderer, Irina, who claims to have information on a mysterious underground organization, telling Tuta about illegal prostitutes and strange societies. Now on to Chapter 3. The Fixers are hired to get a stolen experimental drug back to its owners at New Sig Academia. But things go wrong when Mozu might be infected by a virus. Our heroes manage to find the vaccine just in nick of time though, and Mozu is revealed to be fine. After that, Tuta goes to see Luca, who wants to investigate the missing persons from the vaccine trials, but Luca's been shot and dies in Tuta's arms. Also, while she's dying, Luca basically confesses her love for Tuta, and that's my true ODP right there. As a result of this, Tuta uses her rewind power to save her BFF. At the end of the chapter, an engineer who is helping the group, Hilda, gets mysteriously murdered. Other details include naming the cat. The name the cat responds to correlates with the love interest you're pursuing, and Carmen being sued. We also get Limbo with glasses in this chapter, and he looks glorious! Also, Tuta continues to interview Irina. Alright, Chapter 4, baby! It's Fashion Week in New Sig, and Carmen, Valerie, Luca, and Tuta are having a girls' day out. Carmen suggests Tuta wear a swimsuit in front of the guys, which he eventually does later. Like with the cat, the swimsuit choice correlates with your love interest. Anyway, our team infiltrates Fashion Week because Irina tells them that Georgina, one of the brands, uses undocumented immigrants as slaves to help make their clothing. They get the evidence, and Limbo's ready to help Irina's murder case, but Irina pleads guilty in court, claiming she killed her roommate Lisa because Lisa sought to escape the slavish conditions they were in. She also gives Tuta another clue concerning the organization, a full circle account name. It also turns out that Tuta going back in time to say Luca has negative consequences. She ended up in the body of an ER doctor and affected a patient's life by saving Luca. The patient had to be amputated. Because of this, she's considering not going back in time at all anymore. Tuta also wins the newspaper's Rookie of the Year award, which means her column will be published as a book. The boys throw her a surprise party at Carmen's to celebrate, and give her a bookmark charm for her notepad. That's so thoughtful! Adam also gives her blue roses, which is really sweet. We also get to see Shu in a suit this chapter, and he looks great. The chapter ends with what seems to be the murder of Roscoe, the drug leader from Chapter 2. We are told he knows about the underground organization Irina told us about, information the boys now have on a USB. Are our fellows in danger now? And that just ends the come around of the game. Not as many choices as I expected, honestly. I wanted to have more influence on the story, more choices here and there, but there weren't that many. Or maybe I just got lucky and didn't really choose the wrong ones. I don't know. But there weren't as many as I would have liked, so that's my only complaint. But it's a really solid game. I really liked reading it. I really liked playing it. It's a fun one. Next time, we're going to go starting with the Romance Pass. We're going to start with Scarecrow, my favorite little goofball. So look forward to that. It's going to be fun. If you enjoyed this video, consider a like and subscribing. I don't get any money for each video because there's not subscribers yet, and that would really help me out. If you really like it, I have Patreon at patreon.com/doorbiz. You can find what I'm going to do next, see my scripts and the videos ahead of time, we even get a custom video essay if you want one. You know, all the good stuff. Alright, I'm Bez from your Big Brother Plays, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I'm Bez, pronouns he, they, and today we're back with more BUSTAFELLOWS. Oh, that's the back of the box. Oops. Let's try again, huh? Okay, okay.